Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Defend the House. It's been a little while since I made one of these, but I felt like I should revive the series and start making these Defend the House episodes again. I really like making them, and today we are going over Theme Park. I'm going to go over what I think are the top 3 defending sites on Theme Park. All of these sites are very good because it's Theme Park and it's a defender-sided map. I'm going to show you what I think you should run in Ranked, and I'll show you some a little bit more comp scene strats in case you want to run them. They're a little bit more like 5-stack needing strats. They take a little bit more coordination to do, but I'll show you them. Without further ado, let's get on to the video. The first site we have up is Armory and Throne Room. This is, to me, the best site in Theme Park, just due to the amount of, or the lack of entrances to the site and the amount of utility it takes to enter this site. So, before we start with how to defend, we gotta understand how people attack this site. There's 3 main walls on this site that lead in from outer areas. One is barrels, right here. Barrels is a part of the map. It's very easy to get into, and no defender should really hold unless it is going for perfect. So I break into here. The reason this is such a hard area to hold as a defender is because they drone you out. And they got this whole entire area. If they can just run one drone into barrel and one drone into arcade, and they got control of blue. Now, after that, they open up blue wall. So that's the main wall into blue. The other main wall is into control room. I'll just throw an impact for this one. So control room, same thing. If you attacker will just be here. Throw their drone, pretend like that's the attacker. They throw their drone in, they throw out gong in office, or small office, whatever you want to call it, and they drone out dragon. They got control of maintenance, and they get a wall open. The last and least pushed area of this map is yellow wall. Yellow wall is, in my opinion, the best wall to push, but most people don't push it because it's the hardest to take control of. The reason it's the hardest one to defend second to open is because they get an angle all the way to gong, and then get easy plants on defaults there and here, and even there if they push up far enough. So, now that we understand where attackers are going to attack from, we will start with the defending setup. So, first, before any operators, I will go over reinforcements. First, reinforcements. You want 1 reinforcement here, and 1 reinforcement here. Second set of reinforcements go here, and here. Your last set of reinforcements on site, or the default reinforcements you would say, are on yellow wall here. Now the most uncommon reinforcement is reinforcements in Dragon Wall. A lot of people don't get this wall, but I think it's probably one of the more important ones. So if I open up that for you, give me a sec. To me, this is a very good angle that attackers usually take, because no one reinforces this. If they open up this, they get a good angle all the way to split door. And if you come over here, same thing happens here. They get an angle there. That's just safer to peek for them. So I'd like to reinforce here and reinforce here. The last set of reinforcements, I'll put 1 right here, and your last one will go on this hatch right here. Now that we are done with reinforcements, I will go over the operators that I would take for this site. So starting with the anchors, I will take 3 anchors on this site. Anchors are mostly for wall denial and just holding the site easily. So I would, in my mind, I would take a Cade and a bandit, and a smoke or mute, depending on who you'd rather bring. Smoke would be easier for denying if the wall gets open. Mute will help with keeping the wall closed. So starting with Cade and bandit, Cade will place 1 cage thing there to defend throne wall, mainly because Thatcher and the Heart Breacher waste most of their utility on maintenance wall and on blue wall, and won't have Thatchers for here, most likely. So, you'll be safe there with just 1 Cade. If not, you can have your bandit run over. The whole point of the bandit is to either Cade this wall, Cade that wall, and then he bandit tricks whichever one's not Caded. And if they Thatcher 1 wall, he'll run over and bandit trick. He basically is just flexing. He's playing flex, and he's running around site, waiting, or trying to deny wall as long as he can. If Cade sees fit, he can take one of his Cade charges and throw it on a different wall if there's putting a lot of pressure on one side. Another thing you can bring, if you don't want to bring a smoke, you can bring someone with impacts. wish Cade still had it, and you can impact trick. I know I already wasted my impacts, but if you throw an impact right there on the wall, or on the ceiling of the other half, any thermite charges on this side of on the other side of the wall, or Habana pellets, will be broken. That's just another layer of defending your wall. So now, if you do bring a smoke and not a maestro or someone with impacts, I would recommend having your smoke play here and have a shield here. So I can use the shoddy right here in this close range and SMG-11 over here. And it can help with site remodeling, like shooting out floor holes here if you need, and shooting out tops over there. Cade can get that as well, though. Same thing over here with the impact tricking. Your Cade will be here. But if you do have a maestro, you can maestro impact above there. Now on to the roamers and where they will be sitting. I will recommend 2 roamers, Jaeger and Mozzie or Vigil. So guaranteed Jaeger, and then your pick is between Mozzie and Vigil. Reasoning for Mozzie and Vigil is because it is a drone denial operator. Mozzie is probably more versatile, but Vigil can hold by himself a little bit longer than Mozzie can. So if it is Mozzie, you put your Mozzie pass on office or on cache door, dragon window door, and split, or whatever you want to call it. It's called waiting room, but my team calls it split door, so they can only drone you from a control room. If you bring a Vigil, put your Vigil down in initiation and have him just use his ability to waste time, and have Jaeger playing cache in office. So Jaeger will be playing cache in office. Vigil or Mozzie, depending on who you want to bring, will be playing initiation and control room. If it gets too hot, remember you have to have communication between your roamers to be able to rotate in between and help. Jaeger will be putting his ADSs here. He'll put one ADS there, one ADS there, to deny grenades above, because you will have that open for impact tricking if you see fit. And you can also shoot out those walls to throw C4s. I'll show you the angle you need to throw the C4. If you're throwing a C4 right here, you'd want to stand about there on the rug and aim about there, like a little bit past here. You'll throw your C4 there. Same thing over here, except you stand next to the railing and you throw about there. Now it'll land in the same place. And that is how you defend Throne and Armory on Theme Park. What I think is the second best site on Theme Park is Bunk and Daycare. To me, Bunk and Daycare is a very easy site to hold due to its many choke points that are very easy to hold. The choke points on this site are arcade stairs, upper arcade window, daycare, yellow stairs, waiting room, and break room. It might seem like a lot especially compared to Throne, but when you start putting operators in places, it makes it very simple to hold. So now with reinforcements, I will start with the basic reinforcements, and then I'll show you a more, strategic 5-stack beating team-based setup next. Starting with the reinforcements, I would have first set on bunk wall right here, and right here. Second set of reinforcements will go right here. And the third set of reinforcements will go left of that on daycare wall. And the fourth set of reinforcements will go right here. You have to do this little vault prompt and vault up on yellow rafter. And reinforce this one. And then reinforce in between the rotate. And the fifth and final set of reinforcements will go on the office wall right here. And right here. Now that reinforcements are out of the way, I will start suggesting operators and where they're going to hold. Starting with your Jaeger, I would have a Jaeger hold in in cafe, with either Jaeger or Romai, depending on who you would like to bring. If it is Jaeger, slap all 3 ADSs on either that window or behind this desk. I would suggest having 2 on the window and 1 behind the desk, just because it's easier to deny flashes and all that and Zofia stuns than if it's behind the desk. If you bring a Romai, I would suggest putting your shield down right here and then put all your Romais on that door. Next up is the smoke. The smoke, I would suggest having a shield slapped either right here if you want to play aggressive on arcade, or back here if you want to play a little bit more passive. The smoke is going to be holding upper arcade with the help of someone over by office. We'll basically be holding the run-in so Jaeger is safer from enemies. The next operator is Maestro. Maestro is going to be sitting in break room on this little thing. He'll use his shotgun, which I hope he brings. He can sit on this vault prompt. If I can get the vault prompt, I'll quickly shoot that real quick. That is the... For some reason I cannot get vault prompt, but vault up there, it's an angle. Yeah, vault here. Angle in here. Maestro will be sitting about here. He's waiting on his cams, and then he'll be able to pop up and watch there. He could slap a Maestro cam here and watch the hallway, but I would suggest 2 different places. Also, need this rotate. Let me make it real quick. So, I would suggest having 1 Maestro cam here watching Arcade Hall, and 1 Maestro cam in the same spot where his reinforcements will go. So if you bring a Maestro, have him reinforce this little rafter spot, so he can slap his reinforcement here, come here, and then place his Maestro, watches all of yellow and upper arcade. Next up, I would bring a Mozzie or Vigil, depending on who you want to bring. It's, again, up to preference, just like Armory and Throne. So, same thing. He will be the only person roaming office side in initiation, basically just wasting time. If he does die without a pick, as long as he wasted time, he did his job right. The final operator will be whoever you want, really. If you, depending on how you want to set up, you can bring a castle and castle off some things. You could also bring a Omai. Omai would be extra useful because you could put a shield either here or right here and have your Omai hold very strongly in this area. But I would have Omai or someone else, depending on which kind of setup you want to bring, sit in yellow stairs, hold yellow, and hold arcade with the smoke. Now that we learned the basic setup, I will show you a little bit more outlandish setup. Same basic setups, same basics to this setup, except there is a little bit of a difference. You're going to have a rotate in office right there, and a rotate in E-site to initiation there. So you're going to have a Jaeger and a Mai in this strat, and these walls are going to be reinforced instead of the site wall, and office wall will be reinforced instead of office, or this office wall. So I would have either your Jaeger or Vamai playing in here, and have either your Jaeger or Vamai play here. This will be barricaded or castled off by your castle. And you'll be basically using all of his Vamais here, all of his ADSs here, and just holding as long as you can. Second it gets too late, or there's like 30 seconds left, he can fall back through the drone or the rotate, then play safe. We'll have a roamer, or we'll have a Mozzie be holding on 1 ADS, which is a little bit more dangerous, but he will have a rotate right here, made by the castle, that he'll be able to fall back on. So if ADS gets burned, he can either fall back a little bit and hold from farther back so he doesn't get naded, and then the second the pressure gets too hot, he can drop off and run up rafters. Then the smoke will be holding same place, but a little bit more aggressive. I would suggest having your smoke here. And have your castle hold the site in break room. That is the more aggressive way to hold the site. As you see, there's many different ways to hold the site. And I hope you guys pick a way and hold the site very easily, because it is an easy site to get an easy win on. That's the whole point of the series, is to be able to get you guys 3-0s on defense every single time you play Theme Park. This is the office and initiation defense. To me, this is the 3rd best site on this map, but you could argue either way on which site is the best just because of how good the sites on this map are. Starting with the reinforcements as usual, I will go over the basic reinforcements, and then I'll show you the more strategic not pro league, but like 5-stack competitive play style. You can play this. Starting with the basic reinforcements, you reinforce 1 set of reinforcements here. And your second set of reinforcements go on this wall. Now the whole set of initiation walls are reinforced. I bring you over to office, starting with this one. Now that both sets of initiation walls are reinforced, I bring you over to office, starting with this wall. There's the 3rd set of reinforcements. The 4th set will go right here on this wall. And the 5th set will go 1 reinforcement in the vault wall. And the final reinforcement of that set will go on this cache wall. Might be wondering why. Well, if the attacker gets in, he can hold it if he melees or even bullet holes. So I'll show you. Either way, he has a good angle all the way to office that is very hard to contest. As I bring you over here, it's just that reinforcement is a safety measure, because if you peek this, melee hole's a little bit specific, but the bullet holes are right there. There's no way you're seeing that. So unless if you have the best eyes in the world or drone work, you're not flicking there. So that reinforcement's just kind of a safety one. You might be wondering why not reinforce that. Well, that's a little bit harder to set up one, and you're more exposed to the bathroom walls. Say an attacker sitting there, a defender, well, either way, you're kind of exposed. It's just harder to hold the angle here, because you're kind of holding at a slant, and here you get a wider angle at it, almost like a wide swing, so you see it a little bit quicker. Now on to operators. I will show you the operators I would take. So starting with initiation anchor, I would bring a smoke to sit with his shield right here. I'm placing my Goyo right now, and have him place with his smokes right here. So you can have the shotty there, and the SMG-11 take the long angles, or even contest office. So the reason for that is because someone's on this shotgun or SMG-11, they're dead right there. If they jump in, they're getting shotgunned. The shield there just helps. Next one will be a Doc or Maestro, depending on who you like to play. If it's a Doc, he'll play a little bit more aggressive and he'll play in office. If it's a Maestro, he'll sit back in office vault, or he can hide in this little spot right here. Be surprised no one really joins here. So you have 2 on site, and you have a lot of roamers. For this site, I would run a person in daycare, holding there. I'd run a person in bunk. I mean, not daycare, cafe, my bad. That's what that is. So I would bring a Vigil or Mossy to play here, just to deny drones. And I would bring a Jaeger to hold bunk and help hold Arcade and Yellow, so that Vigil does not get easily cleared. Your last operator will be playing around Dragon Stairs and Cache, just to waste time so they can't just walk in Dragon. Helps that. Now on to the more complicated setup for this site. So, starting with reinforcements. Or starting with rotates, because it is a more rotate heavy one. You want to make a rotate right here into control room. I'm using the CCSG, so this is not going to be too easy, but I do have impact, so I can make that real quick. So you have 1 rotate there, and 1 rotate into initiation from bunk. So this is for the roamer holding here. He can hold arcade, kill someone there, and the second time too much pressure is happening, or there's 30 seconds left and he wants to fall back to site, he can just fall back through the rotate instead of exposing himself running in a split. Same thing over here. I would like to throw 1 rotate right there. That is for the person that is playing in daycare, and you'll have a rotate right there. So that is for the person that's going to be playing around here, and for the person playing in daycare. So in cafe. Sorry, I'm really bad at that right now. So the person in cafe can just fall back, jump down yellow stairs, and either run to site or run over here. Now, you might be wondering why I have 3 people over here. A lot of pushes in comp scene come from cafe, because it's a way less exposed way to push. So I would have a Jaeger play there, Vigil play here, and a Mozzie play here. So, people on site, same as usual, we have the smoke here. The smoke will be having 1 reinforcement here, then having his shield right here. The second that is opened, he can hold that for a little bit, maybe even get a free pick. Say like they open the hatch and they're not paying attention, they start peeking. And this hatch is not breaking. Whoa, it's like an indestructible hatch. So you can maybe get a free pick right there. Other than that, you can just stay on the shield because you're kind of not exposed, and hold the door and hold the drop. The last operator will be a Maestro. Maestro will be sitting in the same spot in vault, and his blue will be defended. 1 reinforcement there. Blue will be defended by that, and by the player in blue. Yellow stairs, and that will all be reinforced. So, I have been just running around and telling you reinforcements, but here are the reinforcements in order. You got 1 reinforcement on the vault wall with a rotate there. I just fell all the way down. And then other reinforcements will go right over here. We'll have 2 reinforcements there to waste time. And a reinforcement here. So that is 4 reinforcements off the back. 5 reinforcements for the smoke right there. 6 for this one right here. Then 7 and 8 on these 2 walls. Then 9 on this one right here. Your 10th reinforcement will go in the same place as last time, on that wall right there. And I would suggest opening up this long angle right here. So, you might be wondering, why is this any good? You could sit all the way back in connector and hold an angle into cache. That is just an easy one tap or easy spray down with a dock or an ACOG. Even with a hollow, that is an easy kill. And that's how I would defend initiation and office, either the competitive setup or basic setup. Thanks for watching this episode on how to defend Theme Park in Rainbow Six Siege. Hope you enjoyed the video. I showed you the 3 best sites and the competitive and ranked style to defend them. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment on any maps you want to see me do next, or any ideas for videos on tips and tricks, or anything you want me to do in the future. I do stream on Twitch. It's TySpen with 2 E's because someone took my name as TySpen. Hope to see you there. I stream Saturdays and Sundays. Some days during the week I usually stream from 8 to maybe 11 or 12 Central. That is it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all later.